Female genital mutilation, some people believe is archaic and no longer practiced, but it is still very much practiced, and it is not limited to olden days alone. People still do it often these days.
We do practice it in Yoruba land. It is very common with we Yorubas. I'm talking of 17, 18, so it is well spread among we Yoruba people. Even though I can say that before I stopped practicing it, or I mean on my daughter, it was when the Western education started that we were introduced to it, that we should stop doing it, that we as a person stop it. So, but it has to do with, I don't know the reason why our forefather started it. We copied them. We did some of our daughter doesn't do it.
That genital mutilation is the cutting of some part of the vagina. Our cultural belief is that any baby that is not cut may be promiscuous, which is not true.
Female genital mutilation, it has started during I can say that it has been practiced, with our forefather. Forefather brought the system. So I don't know my generation, but what I know is that I was born in the family that's doing that thing. That's due to the profession. So what I can say about it is that female genital mutilation is to cut outer layer of I don't know, I'm not a medical doctor. So I didn't I'm a medical doctor. I will know the name given to that organ. But what I know is that our goal is to cut the outer layer of the skin in the vagina. That is a female genital mutilation.
It is a process of totally or partially removing parts of the genital of a female person, usually children, with no medical benefits, which means there's no medical benefit at all that comes with female genital mutilation. We just do it based on what they think. They have so many things in their mind actually for doing it, and from experience and interacting with patients, the major reason why they feel it is necessary is because they believe it will reduce sexual promiscuity in a way in a woman, and make the woman less sexually reserved. So that's actually the primary reason of doing it. Otherwise, they don't have any other justification for it. And medically speaking, it has no any benefits for doing it.
It is a two-sided of a coin. I can say that one is foolish because it is not happening in my presence. But our forefather do say something about it, that when that organ as female is growing, you see, it will get to a certain stage where that female will grow up with that organ. If eventually the woman gets pregnant and she gave birth, by the time that woman gave birth to that child, if by that time that woman may be faint. She may not know where she is, during the reproduction time. Some say that if the head of that child eventually touch that thing, that child will give up, will not live longer. So I cannot say that it is true. I cannot say that it is false. So that's the reason why I said that maybe I should count it to be a voodoo. So that is the first of their belief. But the second is that any female that doesn't do the mutilation, there is a tendency of her to be flirt too much because she'll be romantic. Whenever that condition of having sexual, even though this, I was told that if the lady that doesn't have that mutilation, if she just watching dog or any animal that is mating, that immediately she will be in the mood of having sex, mere looking at those animals. So then she'll be looking of where she will have intercourse with a man, that she will not have strength of controlling herself, because that thing is just like a penis of we men. So it will be going up and down. That thing will be erecting like male organ. So that's just the two sides that I can emphasize on.
Talking about female genital mutilation, it is something that has gone on for many years, but we're hopeful that this awareness would bring a significant halt to it. because, as stated earlier, there is no health benefit to female genital mutilation. And what we've seen is that as much as it has short-term complications, it also has long-term complications. Now, the short-term complications could be that it could lead to bleeding, as a lot of people would have talked about, but also it could lead to the loss of, the integrity and the way a female will feel about her own body. As women, we're not taught a lot to look down at how the privates look like. But I can imagine that growing up, for a girl child to discover that something significant like that was done to her, if it doesn't affect her mental health, it could significantly affect how she views herself. And that is why we are saying we should stop this. Aside from the infertility that has been mentioned, there's also the case of urinary tract infections, sepsis, pelvic inflammatory diseases, even as bad as bloodborne diseases like HIV could be transmitted through this harmful process. And we need the world to know that it has to be stopped. And if we want to stop it, let people know that there is no good that can come from female genital mutilation, and this is why we are doing this. So please let us stop female genital mutilation.